today I'm here is nothing to go with. Yeah, this is what I usually look like after a workout. Go shower. Oh, I'm soaked. Hi guys, I have officially completed 75 hard for the third time. I know it is crazy. I honestly cannot believe it myself. I've mentioned before, I'm going to be doing this hopefully every year. Hopefully I can have that discipline and motivation to continue to do it. But this time, I mentioned before on this channel that doing it in the winter was something that I really wanted to push myself to do because it is so hard for me to work out in the cold weather. And I've officially completed it in the winter. I started this January 14th and completed it March 29th. Today is March 30th. I'm going to give you everything that you need to know about 75 hard as somebody who has completed it 3 times. But before we start on that, I'm going to very briefly introduce my 75 hard journey. I started 75 hard back on June 2023 and ended it in September. The first time I did it, I lost 30 pounds. And I had just recently been diagnosed with depression before taking the medication route, which I do want to say I have nothing against medication. I just wanted to try something out. I decided to fix my diet and fix like my exercise routine, go out in the sun, which is something that is part of 75 hard. You have to do the second workout outside. So 75 hard has completely changed my life. I know that this mental toughness program is not for everybody, but it is something that worked for me. Said what works for me might not work for you. So I did really want to say that and talk to a doctor before starting 75 hard for anybody who is deciding to do a 75 hard, because I would say it is pretty intense. The second time I did it, I wanted to continue to work on my discipline. I want to be completely transparent. One of the reasons that I started 75 hard was for the weight loss purposes, but I gained so much more than just weight loss. I gained discipline, motivation, my self-esteem. And if you've watched my previous videos on 75 hard, you know that it really helped my confidence and my self-esteem. I didn't look too much in the mirror and say mean things to myself as much as I used to. I feel like I was constantly tearing myself down, and I don't do that as often. I mean, it's not going to be like, I don't think there's anybody in the world that's not going to be like very like self-critical. We all have those bad days. I mean, when I'm on my period or about to start my period, that's when everything goes downhill. But other than that, it's not something that happens on the daily basis. A little thing about me is that I am 27 years old. I am 5'6". I feel like most of my weight in my bottom half. So I feel like my thighs and my lower tummy. I am a mom of 2 and I am a stay-at-home mom. Today, I'm doing kind of like a question and answer kind of style. This is everything that you need to know as somebody, like I said, who's done it 3 times. Before we do that, what exactly is 75 hard? 75 hard is a mental toughness program made by Andy Frisella. The rules for 75 hard are you must complete 2 45-minute workouts in a day. They do have to be spread apart. One has to be an outdoor workout. The other one can be anywhere. It can be outdoor or indoor, but one must be outside. The next rule is you must take a progress picture every single day. If you miss this progress picture, you start all over at day 1. Next one is 10 pages of a nonfiction self-improvement book. The other one is drink a gallon of water every single day. This one to me is very, very tough. And then the other one is follow a diet. So an example of a diet would be keto. You could do 100 grams of protein a day. You could do a calorie deficit, whatever it is that's going to help you reach any physical goals that you might have. No cheat meals or alcohol. First question is, why did you decide to start 75 hard? This question I feel like is more for 2023 me, but 2023 me, one of the reasons was for weight loss. I felt completely lost. I was lacking self-discipline, my self-esteem, my motivation. I was very sad. It is day 3. I'm currently feeling really bad about myself. I have a wedding to go to tomorrow, and I feel like I'm gonna look so bad. Sometimes I'm like, well, why did I let my body get to this point? Really bad with eating. I usually just like eat my feelings away, if that makes sense. I'm glad that I'm not. I just feel like I'm very puffy, and I'm like, maybe it's all the water I'm drinking, but I know that I'm just like, at the end of this, it will be all worth it. And honestly, at the time, I was at a very, very low spot in my life in 2023. I was just always talking down to myself, and when I heard of a program that could help with my self-esteem and just kind of help me out a little bit, I was like, you know, I wanted to try something that would help me get out of where I was at the moment in 2023. But that I feel like is more like a 2023 answer this time, because I mentioned this in previous 75 hard videos, is that I like to do this to help me with my weight loss because I'm struggling with my weight loss, but also to continue to build that discipline, because discipline is like a muscle. And if you're not constantly, I feel like, working out that muscle of discipline, eventually like it will go away. So I kind of use it kind of like for maintenance, and you know, it also makes me feel really good when I eat pretty clean for 75 days. So that's another thing. I'm going to talk about how my journey in 75 hard for 2025 went. So starting off from the beginning of this, I started off strong, just like I always do, running on motivation. I've come to day 3 of 75 hard, 6, and then this will be 7. I'm actually doing it. Like, I can really hit my goals this year. It's exciting. It's new. I've done this before, and I'm like, I know that the results are going to come. So I felt really, really good during this time. It was exciting and all new, easy. But I did struggle a little bit because I feel like I do get a little bit more sad in the wintertime. So I know that around January, even though my motivation was up to do it, I was still like having little seeds of like self-doubt, and I started feeling really insecure. I'm feeling a little defeated right now. And like I said, I'm really good at like talking some sense to myself. I'm like, look at how far you've come. You've lost this much weight. Look how much strength you've built. But I feel like it just doesn't take the fact. I just really don't like the way I look in that video. It definitely like kind of brought my confidence down in January, and it's not something that I don't think I touched too much on, but for some reason I felt very, I felt really insecure in January. Another thing that I noticed in the first week of 75 hard, I did sign up for a new spin class. It is day 4 of 75 hard, and I'm trying something new. I'm going cycling, I think is what it's called. I'm excited. This is my first time doing something, I guess, out of my comfort zone. And it's been a long time since I've been into like some sort of gym. So I'm really excited for that. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready. It is 5 a.m. I woke up. I could not sleep last night. So I just took my first ever cycling class, and let me tell you, I loved it. I still kind of feel like shaken up by it because it was crazy, but I really liked it. I love that it's a workout that I feel like I sweated so much in. And during this time, I struggled so hard to remember. I had a lot of brain fog, and I do feel like I have been a forgetful person since having kids, but it really didn't hit me until this first week of 75 hard. So whenever I signed up for the gym class, they would go over the workouts, and honestly, it just went in and out. Everything they said, I could not focus. I had no idea what was going on. It could be that it was also kind of new to me. It was something that I've never done before, but I would say like I was trying so hard to retain the information they were telling me, and it wasn't like anything extreme. It was like, we're going to be doing 10 setups, and then after this, we're going to do that. And then they would show like a demo. And literally after they did the demo, if you had asked me, what did I just do? I honestly would not have the answer to that, just because I really relied on just looking at the people around me, what they were doing, because for some reason I was not able to retain a lot of that information. I had lots of brain fog. I didn't realize how forgetful I was until I would say like over a month. I didn't have as much brain fog. I had a lot more clarity, and I don't know if it's from working out, but it was something that I'm like, it made me realize like how much brain fog I actually did have. I always say I am a forgetful person. I don't have the best memory. But I feel like when I'm in 75 hard, I get this clarity that I don't realize I have until I'm going through it. Another really tough part of 2025 was that I decided to take this on in the winter. I mentioned actually my last 75 hard video, which is this video, that I would like to challenge myself in the winter, and I probably will not do it again. I do not like working out in the cold. That is one of the hardest things for me. I just cannot work out in the cold. The Weather Channel is honestly my best friend during 75 hard. I check the weather every single day. I check it hourly to see what time was the warmest time of the day. And because of the state we live in, we do sometimes just randomly get warm days. So that's why you'll see me like in a tank top or, but that's like our winter. I don't know how like people up in the north do it. I live in the south. So, my cold, I am honestly a baby compared to you guys when it comes to cold weather. So this journey was very tough for me when it came to the weather. I did do it. I always picked the warmest time of the day. Like I said, the Weather Channel was my best friend during this. Another thing that was completely different this round than the other 2 rounds is I woke up most of my days at 4 a.m. to get to those 5 a.m. classes. I also didn't have any classes. I relied on myself a lot in the other ones, which honestly made it a lot more difficult. It was the outside weather was a lot harder this round compared to the other 2. But when it came to the indoor workout, that was actually easy because I didn't have to think about my workout, didn't have to plan to my workout. All I had to do was wake up, get dressed, and show up. And if you're struggling with deciding what workouts to do, I think a workout class might be beneficial to you. And then during this, I noticed that when I would talk to myself, I was being a lot more positive. This is something that I always look forward to when I do 75 hard.
This is the year that I'm gonna do it.
Day 75. I notice a rewiring in my brain where I am constantly speaking positivity into myself. I am more nice to myself. I am more motivated. I'm more goal oriented. So during this time and every time I do 75 hard, it's just like a switch in my brain where I'm constantly speaking kind to myself, and like I said, my self-esteem goes up just like Andy Frisella says it does. The hardest part of this journey was honestly getting sick. As you guys saw in this video, I was struggling so hard this day. This was the day that I was close to quitting. But like I mentioned in this video, this day is either going to make you or break you. And luckily, I made it out of this day. I was throwing up. I was honestly going through it. And here's some clips of me just going through it that day. I threw up like 15 minutes ago. As soon as I threw up, I was like, that's it. I failed. I'm not going to work out. But as soon as I vomited everything I ate today, I got my energy back. I feel like before you throw up, like the minutes before, you just feel horrible. My heart was racing. I felt pale. I felt weak. I feel so cold. My tailbone is hurting, or like lower back, like everything just hurts. But once you like throw up, you just feel amazing. And I was like, I can either fail or I can walk. I'm gonna walk slow too. So expect this 1 mile walk to be 45 minutes. But that explains my run earlier, because I was like, why am I so slow today? I always say take it day by day. I don't know how I feel tomorrow, but if I have this window of like opportunity, I'm gonna take it. I'm in the last minute and I just feel horrible. I wish I could say that I killed this workout, I did it, but it's like, it's honestly like, was it even worth it? I get like, I don't know, I just get very tearful when I'm like about to throw up. Still going. I have 10 more seconds. Go back up because I'm ready to go inside. I'm done. 45:03. The bug just went in my mouth. I'm probably about to throw up in the next 5 to 10 minutes because even as I'm speaking, I feel like vomiting. I already put my hair up for when I do vomit. I already showered. I always feel better after I vomit. So I am going to go vomit and then obviously mouthwash and all that. And then I'm going to try to go to sleep, get some sleep. But yeah, I feel like I already have signs of dehydration. From the way that I'm feeling, it's always like 30 minutes before I throw up where the symptoms just get worse. I feel like my hand looks really pale. Maybe it's just dry. But yeah, it gets worse 30 minutes before. So my headaches get stronger. My bones hurt even more. My tailbone hurts more. I'm nauseous. My chest has been like kind of hurting. I feel like my heart is going really fast, which from what I read, it could be signs of dehydration. 75 days of 75 hard, I did it. I did experience some shoulder pain. Like, I don't know if it was pain or if it's soreness. There's supposed to be a pretty big storm coming in. I just finished my workout, completely soaked. Here are my shoes. They are wrecked. The biggest thing that helped me finish the end of this journey was the time change. So that time change made all my days go by faster. So the last weeks from that time change to the last day, my days went by so fast, and honestly, that really helped me out. So maybe do it in the spring forward time if your weather is warm enough, or if you like cold weather. That really, even today, I still feel like my days go by a lot faster with that time change. Now I'm going to talk about how much weight I've lost. When it comes to this transformation, I lost 16 pounds. This is my before and this is my after. I lost most of my inches off of my waist. So I did do 2 forms of measurements. These are my measurements before 75 hard, and then these were my measurements after 75 hard. So I did lose about 3 inches on the smallest part of my waist and 3 inches on my lower tummy / mommy tummy. And I also lost a pant size here for the body transformation, which I feel like most people are. When I watch 75 hard journeys, I do look at that too. This is how much I've lost in a total of 75 days. I do feel like I lost a lot of fat and gained a lot of muscle. So I feel like the scale does not really reflect too much, because I know that I definitely feel a lot more stronger. I feel like I gained a lot of muscle this time than I did any other time. But yeah, this is when it comes to the transformation of 75 hard if you were looking for the physical results. And then, excuse me, I just came from a workout, that's why I'm so sweaty. One of my biggest advice, and I'm pretty sure I've said this before, it is taking it day by day. Stop counting down the days, and it's easier said than done. But just taking it day by day, hour by hour, and getting through each day is the best advice I could give anybody doing 75 hard. Tips to make it easier for you. If you're somebody that doesn't want to plan your workout, sign up for a workout class. Have it at the same time every day. Wake up early. Drink your water as soon as you wake up. Maybe have your water already filled, ready to go in the mornings. That's how I do it. My husband fills up my water every night. So in the morning, it is ready for me to go to my workout class. Yeah, having that support system also helps a lot. My husband played a big role in my journey this time. My biggest friends when it comes to like apps was the 75 hard app, so I could check the list every day. You can set times and reminders for that, but you do have to pay for that, but you don't need that. Next is the weather channel. I always am on the weather app and looking at the hourly radar just so I could make sure I'm working out in the warmest time of day. And then another app that I've used is FitnessPal. I think that back then, I'm pretty sure you could scan it and it was free, but I think now they charge that. I don't have the premium account, but without the premium account, you can still do the same. You just have to type it. It's a little bit more time consuming, but it does the job. I think some common struggles that most of us go through during 75 hard is time management. You'll learn how much time you have, how much time you've wasted. So I would say biggest advice is to start early with everything. Do it when the thought comes up, when you have the time, because then you're going to be procrastinating late at night. The first time I did 75 hard, I was doing a 2 a.m. workout at night outside. And first of all, there's cockroaches flying out there and it was dark outside. And it's just, to me, I do not want to be outside in the dark. Next is temptations. Get away from those temptations. Do not have temptations in your house. I told my husband, do not buy ice cream. Do not buy junk and fill it in the fridge, because I am struggling with that. So just don't fill the house with that. Like I said, that support system is really important if you live with somebody. Next is don't underestimate the small stuff. I have failed, like in this video, because of a progress picture. That is the worst way to fail 75 hard, because it's something that it is so easy, but it's also very easy to forget. So do not underestimate the small tasks in this. And then my final thoughts on 75 hard. I'm someone who likes 75 hard. I know it is not for everybody. And I know there's some people that truly hate 75 hard. I have a love and hate relationship. Love because I love all the benefits. Hate because I don't want to work out twice a day. The weather outside, going through all that is honestly hard. So, but I do think it does say what it says it's going to do. And I will probably do this again next year. You will see another 75 hard video, most likely for me in 2026. I do plan on only doing it once a year. I've tried it where I've done multiple times a year. It's just too much for me. So yeah, this is also not a sustainable lifestyle. We all know that we're not going to be drinking a gallon every single day, doing 2 workouts every single day. It is not sustainable. That's why it is a challenge or mental toughness program. It's set for a temporary amount of time. It's not a forever thing. Also, before I end this video, I did want to give a special thanks to my husband. I really appreciate everything that you do for me and for always encouraging me throughout this journey. And I know that you're watching this. Thank you so much for standing and being by my side always, and just being the best husband and supportive partner in the whole entire world. I love you so much. And I'll know if you watch this video if you bring this up. My chip time was 32:27, average pace 10:27, which means that is my fastest 5K. I know my husband's watching this video, so I just really appreciate all he does for me.
You just put your thumbs up on both.
And then last but not least, if you are doing 75 hard, leave a comment down below. Give some advice if you have done it before, so other people that are deciding on doing 75 hard can read your advice and maybe can take from that. Also, let me know what day you're on if you decided to do it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching another video. Thank you for all your support. I make content on my weight loss journey, fitness journey. So, and I post, or at least try to post, weekly. I will see you in next week's video. Bye. It really looks like I peed. It looks like I peed my pants.